Hi everyone, a big welcome back to my YouTube channel. So if you want to know the more basic alcohol ink techniques, then check out my other videos on the screen now. Otherwise, today we're going to try and create sort of like an enchanted forest scene. That's what I'm going to go for. It's a bit different from usual. Usually I'm just doing a bit of an abstract style piece, but today I want to try and do a landscape piece and see how it turns out. So what I want to do is create quite a bright background and then build on top of that. So I've picked out some colours that I want to use for the background. I definitely want to use this patina, which is like a really nice turquoise colour. I may put in a bit of sailboat blue. I've got some sunshine yellow and then also some purple twilight. I would recommend for the background using some really bright colours. The paler colours don't work so well in the background if you're wanting to layer up a bit more. I'm going to start by, I've got some isopropyl in this spray bottle here, which I'm going to spray on the page, and then I'm going to work quite quickly putting the inks where I think may look nice. So yeah, I'm just going to start by spraying the page and then quite quickly just going to drop the inks. Now I'm just going to move the page around a bit just to get the colours moving. Just want to make sure I get most of the page coloured at this point. And they do blend really nicely together. At this point I'm just going to add a little bit more. And just try and move the page around whilst the ink is still wet, because once it dries it's really hard to create a soft finish and it's really hard to sort of get the colours to blend into each other. And you can use a brush to that's dipped just to sort of fill in the gaps and help it to flow a bit better. So I'm quite happy with that as a background. I mean, I don't love bits of it, but you know what, I'm going to go over some of it anyway. So the main objective was to have it really bright. I'm just going to use a hairdryer just to set that and dry it. Okay, so that is dry. All good. It's actually created some quite a nice texture here. Don't know if you can see that on camera, but that looks quite cool. I want to sort of pick what way up I want to do the painting. I think I'll have it this way up because what I want to do is kind of have a pathway going along here, and I like how this is sort of setting that scene, and then I want some sort of trees going up here. The colours that I am going to use now is Lake Mist, and I've got some pitch black as well. So I generally find things around the house to use, and this is just an empty herbal tablets thing, and it's just got the plastic holes in it from where it had vitamin C or something. So I'm just going to use that to be my palette today. I'm going to make do immense and use this. So I'm just going to put a few drops of that in one, a few drops of black. Probably add a little bit of the blending solution isopropyl in with the Lake Mist. Just a few drops. And that's just, it's in Tim Holtz alcohol blending solution bottle, but it's actually just isopropyl. So I'm just going to dip my paintbrush in that. And I'm going to start from the bottom and just draw a line going up. What I would do is just have some tissue handy on the side, just to take off excess ink, because obviously it's taking off some of the whatever you've got in the background. It's not really picking up too much of the lake mist colour, so I might just add a bit of black just to see if that makes it any more prominent. Yeah, that one's a bit darker. And I guess it's nice to have a mix of light and dark, because then it gives it a bit more of a 3D effect. So I'll try and do a bit of a thicker one here. It looks like it's, so the tree is like leaning out the page. And as you can see, it's taking the ink out rather than layering over it. So that's why you want your brightest colours at the bottom, and then you work on top of it. And now what I'll do is do some thinner ones, and because I want them to look like they're more in the distance, so for this one I've got a pack of really thin paintbrushes, and I got them from Amazon, and they're great because they're tiny and you can use these to create lots of detailed effects in alcohol ink paintings. Because the isopropyl spreads quite quickly, thin paintbrushes will create just like what a normal paintbrush would do with acrylic or gouache or oils. So I've got one here, this one is 3. So I'm just going to put some isopropyl neat in one of these. Okay, so I'm just going to carry on doing lots of little ones. And try and make sure they're behind the current ones, otherwise if it's overlapping them that will look slightly strange. And some of them you might need to go over a few times, it's just because the ink in the background is quite a vibrant colour and might just need a bit more isopropyl. I'm going to put loads of leaves over them, so it doesn't matter at this point if it's not looking exactly how you wanted it to look. Probably just do 1 or 2 more on this side here. So actually, just looking at it again, I just want to darken up a few of them. Okay, so for now I think I will stop there with the trees. Next I am going to work on the kind of foliage that I want around here. So I've got cranberry here, and so I'm just going to start to like dot this on the page. And I've got a couple of different pink colours, so I've got wild plum as well. I want it to cover the tree branches here. It's such a gorgeous colour, the wild plum. I might also use like a bit of purple. I find that if you use the inks from their concentrate, it's a lot better when you're starting out. Otherwise, if you mute them too much, it will come out like this pale, which is fine, but that's probably a technique that you want to save more for when you're finishing off the painting. So use them from concentrate at the beginning, and then you can always mute them later. A bright colour coming off these branches. I think the brighter, lighter colours tend to look better than any other colour. Okay, so yeah, again I'm just using really small little dotty motions to get the effects on the trees here. I'm just going to add a bit more darker bits in here and just to define it a bit more. What I might do now is, because this is like the opening where, you know, the walkway is going and that's where you're going in that direction, I think I just need to sort of take out a little bit of the colour there. Okay, so what I have is just some cotton wool, and I am going to roll it into a ball. Got a small ball here, and I'm going to put some isopropyl on it. Yeah, I want it to look like that's where we're heading, and that's where the sunlight is. Now I can go over it to make it look 3D again. Okay, so I'm quite happy with that. Just adding a bit of pink at the bottom here. So that's it finished, but thank you guys for watching. I am so pleased with how it's turned out. Let me know if you also like how it turned out and whether you're going to give it a go or not. Thank you for watching today. Please hit the subscribe button and see you all soon. Bye!